Good afternoon. It's Quant Trade Edge with the daily update for Friday, April 22, 2022. The best trade today seemed to be a Forex trade in crude oil. I'm sorry, in natural gas. We were watching this for a potential long trade if we were to take out that high, but instead we took out the low, and there was such clean structure when that happened. We took out the low at 9:55 a.m. and made this low at 10 a.m. Made this lower low here at 10:35, and from there it was a very clean two waves up. And this was your risk bar. It was about 3.3 cents, and 4R came down to 657 and change. And if you held on even further, probably got about 7R out of it. Crude oil was another trade today where breaking below yesterday's low did switch the daily trend, from an up bar to a down bar, but it wasn't a great setup, and we weren't looking for it. On a great setup, we'd want to see a red candle, a bigger upper tail, perhaps a trap up there, or an extremely overbought market, something to give us a little extra oomph. And it didn't have that, but it's still good to keep track of what the structure says, because I'll show you there are other opportunities to have good asymmetric trades, even if you're not in the main, the Forex trade per se. So it's been a very rangy day, and part of that is because there was this big move down at 3 a.m., and everything since 3 a.m. has pretty much just been a hoagie, been inside of a hoagie. So let's look at that. This is that 3 a.m. box where, everything up until now has just stayed inside that bar's range. But now within that, down to a 15-minute, from that low, there was a clean oh, wait a minute, this was a hoagie. All of this was a hoagie up to here. So this is your first wave, 1, 2, 3. And then this would have been your risk bar. And 4R on that is down to 101.18. So it would have been a marginal new low to get 4R. We got about 3R, but let me show you something that's even more interesting than that. And that is, we remove all this noise. There was a very clean downtrend line on the 5-minute chart. And, this is basically where our Forex set up at 7:45. I'm sorry, this is a 15-minute chart. Let's go down to a 5. Yeah, no, this is where our Forex trade set up around the pit open. And just knowing that had already triggered, had you taken profits down here, or even if you weren't trading the original trade, when you saw this two-legged move come back up towards that trend line right here, or again right here, those set up really good high return, low risk shorting opportunities. If you look at that structure, there's an ABC up into there. This structure is a little dirtier, but here from the low, this is all a hoagie. So B, that's all a hoagie. C. So again, these two-legged waves are very key. And again, this one is discounted because it's inside this hoagie. And on the way up, this is all a hoagie here. So that's still one leg. I guess either way, it's one leg. And knowing that we had the Forex trade already trigger here, and that our goal is to sit around and just wait for the market to go lower, whenever you had one of these two-leg moves up close to that trend line, that was a great asymmetric opportunity to short with low risk and good reward. So that's how to use it even if you're not trading the actual thing. And right as we're recording this, you can see it's breaking and heading towards that low to where we may get that 4x target down here. So for those of you that didn't see, I'd already posted a video on the S&P. Now that was a great trade today. There was just it was just a trending market, very ugly market, and there were several more opportunities to read the structure there for good opportunities. One was right here. As this happened, this was basically a two-legged, I think when I recorded the video it was sometime around here, but later in the day, still staying on the 1 minute chart, we had two waves. So when we took out this low here, you had a clearly defined stop, and there was a lot more reward to get. And I'll show you where I actually got out of shorts, and that was kind of, as we had this impulsive bar, you can get out, but then you start looking for an actual move and an actual U-turn. And this leg up here is our first higher high, then this high, and then this is a higher low. And as soon as you turned up from here, this was actually a U-turn right there. And it consolidated a little bit and then pushed up a little further. And if you look at it on a higher time frame, it made a very clean 5-minute ABC. And today, there's been no 5-minute ABCs. We've been melting down straight from the open. This is the open. Okay, I'm sorry. There was the original ABC that I put in the video. We cut it on the 3-minute there, but it looks the same on the 5-minute. One leg up, one leg up. I'll just start circling them. One leg up, 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 one leg up. This is our first two-legged move up since the morning. And that's done exactly what we thought it should. It has gone and led to complete new lows. And you can use it to measure a fib. That's probably the 1.618 right there that it's nearing. Yeah, there we go. We're probably going to get that fib right there. So very clean. In fact, sometimes I would advocate staying out of the 1 minute noise. It's just that as big as point values have been today, depending on how tight you manage your risk, you need a lower time frame. But if you're able to just reduce your size and stay on the 5-minute time frame, it's very clean. There were two ABC opportunities. One right here at the beginning of the day that was detailed in the other video, and one right here at the end of the day. And if that's all you caught all day long, you're doing great. So anyway, we're going out on our lows on a Friday. That's usually a very ugly sign for Monday. Let's see what we get. We can't control it. We can just manage our risk around it. And those were the main things today. I didn't really pay attention to other markets as fast as S&Ps were moving. And anyway, if you like this content, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Please push it out to your trading colleagues. We're trying to build a bigger community and build something big out of here. And the more people in here, the better. We've had a real wide variety of people and comments, and they all help me rethink how I do things. And even something as simple as explaining things just really helps me understand them better. So I thank you for that, and have a good weekend.